Pause, say nothing for 3 full seconds before you start. Did you feel that? That discomfort, that urge to fill the void, that little voice in your head wondering why isn't he talking yet? That is exactly why silence is one of the most powerful tools a human being can possess, because most people can't handle it. They panic in it. They babble to escape it. They over-explain, over-apologize, and overshare, all because they've never learned to sit inside the quiet and own it. But the people who do, negotiators, leaders, the most magnetic people in any room, they've discovered something the talkers never will. The less you say, the more power you hold. Today I'm giving you 10 psychological rules of silence, why it works, what it does to people around you, and how to use it to completely transform your life. Let's get into it. Rule number 1. Silence creates perceived intelligence. Here's a psychological truth most people ignore. We judge intelligence by restraint, not volume. Studies on social perception consistently show that people who speak less but speak with precision are rated as more intelligent than those who talk constantly. Why? Because the brain interprets selectivity as confidence. It signals, this person only speaks when they have something worth saying. Meanwhile, someone who fills every gap with nervous chatter signals anxiety, insecurity, and a need for validation. The rule is simple. Before you speak, ask yourself, does this add value or am I just filling space? Rule number 2. Silence in negotiations transfers power. Top FBI negotiators and elite salespeople know one secret that amateurs don't. After making an offer, shut up. The first person to speak after a proposal is made loses leverage. Silence creates psychological pressure. The other person begins to fill the gap. And when people talk to fill discomfort, they reveal priorities, fears, and flexibility. They negotiate against themselves. So next time you make an ask for a raise, a deal, a favor, say your piece. Then go quiet. Let the silence work for you. Rule number 3. Silent people are seen as more mysterious and attractive. Think about the most captivating people you've ever met. Chances are they weren't the loudest in the room. Psychologists call this the pratfall of over-disclosure. When someone shares too much too fast, they become predictable, and predictability kills intrigue. Silence, on the other hand, creates a cognitive gap, an unanswered question in someone's mind. And the human brain is obsessed with filling gaps. It keeps thinking about you. It wants to know more. When you speak less, you become a puzzle, and people are naturally compelled to solve puzzles. Rule number 4. Silence stops conflict before it escalates. Most arguments don't escalate because of the original disagreement. They escalate because of the response to the disagreement. Here's what neuroscience tells us. When we feel attacked, the brain's threat response fires before logic kicks in. That means your mouth often moves before your rational mind catches up. The psychological antidote is the 5-second silence rule. Before responding to anything that triggers you, pause 5 seconds. This deactivates the emotional hijack and re-engages your prefrontal cortex. Your response becomes measured, strategic, and far more powerful. Responding with silence to aggression doesn't mean weakness. It means you are in control. And control is always more intimidating than reaction. Rule number 5. Silence builds unshakable self-discipline. Every time you resist the urge to overshare, gossip, or emotionally vent, you are training a muscle. The ancient Stoics called this self-mastery through restraint. Marcus Aurelius wrote constantly about the power of measured speech. Not because words are dangerous, but because disciplined, silence proves to yourself that you are in command of your impulses. And when you know you can control your mouth, you start believing you can control your actions, your reactions, your entire life. Silence isn't just a social tool. It's a daily act of self-mastery. Rule number 6. People trust the silent. There's a psychological phenomenon called the babble effect. People initially perceive talkative individuals as leaders, but over time, as trust is evaluated, that perception flips completely. The people who earn deep trust are the ones who don't gossip, don't overpromise, and keep what they know to themselves. When you are known as someone who doesn't run their mouth or who holds information with discretion, people begin to confide in you. They feel safe around you, and safety creates loyalty. Silence signals, what you say to me stays with me. That is one of the rarest and most valued traits a human being can have. Rule number 7. Silence after success is more powerful than bragging. Here's where most people get it wrong. When something great happens, a promotion, a win, a breakthrough, The instinct is to announce it, to post it, to tell everyone. But psychologically, loud victories create two things: envy and skepticism. The silent achiever lets results speak. They show up changed, more confident, more capable, and the people around them notice. That quiet transformation is far more persuasive than any announcement. As the old proverb goes, empty vessels make the most noise. Let your results be loud. Let your mouth stay quiet. Rule number 8. Deliberate silence signals emotional maturity. Emotional maturity is defined by one core ability, the ability to tolerate discomfort without impulsively reacting. Silence is one of the highest expressions of that maturity. When someone insults you and you say nothing, you win. When someone baits you into an argument and you don't bite, you win. When you receive bad news and respond with calm instead of panic, you win. Every time you choose silence over reaction, you signal to everyone watching that you are someone who cannot be destabilized. And people who cannot be destabilized are trusted with power, responsibility, and respect. Rule number 9. Silence deepens your listening. And listening is a superpower. Most people don't listen. They wait to talk. When you practice silence, hear it not just in speech but in your mind. You begin to actually hear what people are saying beneath their words. You catch the hesitation, the contradiction, the real concern hiding behind the surface one. This is active listening. Research from Harvard Business Review consistently shows it as the single greatest predictor of leadership effectiveness. When you give someone your full, silent attention, no interruptions, no nodding just to nod, no mentally forming your reply, they feel seen. And feeling seen is the deepest human need. The most powerful people in the world are not the best talkers. They are the best listeners. Rule number 10. Silence connects you to yourself. And this is the rule that makes all the others possible. We live in a world engineered to fill every second with noise, notifications, autoplay, background music, constant conversation, and as a result, most people have completely lost touch with their own inner voice. They don't know what they actually want, what they actually believe, what they actually feel, until someone else tells them. The practice of intentional silence, even 10 minutes a day with no input, no screen, no sound, rewires that connection. It restores access to your own judgment, your own instincts, your own clarity. The Japanese call this ma, the sacred power of empty space, not a void but a potential, a place where insight lives. When you get comfortable in silence, you stop needing the world's noise to define you, and that is the deepest, most unshakable form of power there is. So here's your challenge this week. Pick one moment every day, one conversation, one conflict, one situation where you would normally speak, and instead choose silence. Watch what happens. Watch how people respond. Watch how you feel. Because power isn't always loud. Sometimes the most powerful thing in the room is the person who says nothing at all. If this resonated with you, hit like. It helps more than you know. And if you want more psychology on how to build quiet confidence and real mental strength, subscribe. There's a lot more coming. I'll see you in the next one.